What does paranoia smell like? When the Stasi secret police wanted to sniff out dissenters, they collected the smells of suspicious citizens so that they could track them with trained dogs if needed.
We discovered after the wall came down, and we got to go in and kind of check and see, were they 10 feet tall? Well, they were. We found warehouses full of glass jars, hermetically sealed, and inside of each jar would be a cloth, and there'd be a label on the jar. There were thousands and thousands of these jars. If you went to the opera in East Germany and they knew you were from the West and that they could conceivably ever be interested in you, after you left, they would take a cloth. Wherever you sat, they would collect your scent, put it in a jar, put the label, and they would wait. What they used that for, they used dogs extensively to track people. And if you came back into their country and they were interested in what you were doing, they would take a dog, they would take the cloth, they'd come after you.
Perhaps the most famous institution throughout the history of East Germany was its secret police force, the Ministry for State Security, better known as the Stasi. Now, the Stasi are well known mostly because of how incredibly effective they were at their jobs. That being the suppression of dissent, spying on the broader East German population and conducting espionage across the Western world. But how did the Stasi work? Where did it come from and what happened to it after the reunification of Germany? Well, the Stasi was founded in 1950, 1 year after East Germany itself, with a man called Wilhelm Seisser at the helm. Seisser tried to remove the East German First Secretary Walter Ulbricht in 1953 but failed and so was himself ousted. He was replaced by Ernst Wollweber, who was shortly afterwards replaced himself by Erich Mielke, who kept his job until 1989. All three of these men were former Soviet intelligence agents and were seen to be loyal to Moscow, which was the point. The intelligence agencies founded across the Eastern Bloc at this point were first and foremost loyal to the centre of the communist world and not their own nations. The Stasi was founded not to protect East Germany itself, but to protect the interests of the Socialist Unity Party therein, although those in charge would have undoubtedly argued that those were the same thing. In fact,